have experience into. Okay, this is my brief introduction. Okay, so let's move on the ETL. So do you know what is ETL means? What is ETL? Actually, in the generally like people say like extract and transform and load. Okay, extract and transform and load. Okay, so what is mean by extract and what is mean by transform and what is mean by load? And why we need extract and why we need transform and why we need to load. Okay, so this will explain you by the diagram and just go with this some diagram. So you guys are already know about the manual testing. You might have uh, uh, working on the application testing. Okay, so there is one application. Any application we will have some applications, right? So this application will have. Suppose imagine this is a login page. Okay, in login page we generally have a username and password, and they'll username and password PW. I just wrote it as a PW. Okay, so here we'll have a check boxes. Okay, and the password is something like that. It is also one checkbox, and later we'll have to submit the our username and password by clicking on the submit button. Right, it is a button. So in a manual testing, what we do, like generally we check with the username when you enter this username, right? So what is the username it is expecting? Like it is a Gmail or Yahoo Mail, any at the rate email, or only without the mail, just like a user, like username like Narendra or something like that. Okay, and password. What is the length of the password and what is the combination of what password should be and whether it should have a capital letters and numbers, numeric special characters. Those all things you will validate as a manual test. Okay, this is one more thing. And then before this, right? So after you submitting, you might have get some register page. You might have get some other pages, theory page, and what you are going to look into it. Okay, so whatever you enter in application, okay, whatever you enter in application, this data is going to be loaded in a database. Okay, right? Is it right? So whatever you enter in application, that is going to be connect to the database. Okay. So suppose if we take it as an insurance company, they have some application in the insurance company. So where the some a new user is came. Okay, new user is came to the is want to create a policy in application in this organization. Okay, so what is that means like this is going to be a inserting a record into the database, right? We are going to create a user and we'll create a policy number for the particular user in application level, and that is going to be entered into the database. So generally, so this database and this database, right? This database is called as a relational database management. Relational database management. Okay. So once data is loaded into the relational database management, so this is also known as a OLTP, online transactional processing. Why it is called as a online transactional processing means, so in application you created a policy and that is going to be inserted. Okay, and after 1 year he paid a premium. Okay. Again, we have to enter the premium which he paid, how much amount he paid or something like that, right? So that has to be going to be as a updated record, update record. Okay. And then after that, so in some premiums, some customers may be not interested after taking the policy that there is some force, external forces are, they may make them to take a policy from the application. Later, they are not used, they are thinking that this is not useful to me or something like that. They are not going to pay the premium. So then it is going to be collapse. Collapse is nothing but what? It is a delete. Okay. So whatever the data, whatever the policy they are going to, they are not paying the premium, right? It is going to be deleted. Okay. So generally from application to the database, these type of three type of operations will be done generally. Okay. So this is why it is transaction. It is called as a transaction. So that is why this database is known as a OLTP, online transactional processing. Okay. This is generally what has happened when you have a new application or existing application. Whatever the data you enter in application, that is going to be stored into the database. Clear? Till this part, you are clear, right?
Uh,
Okay, fine.
yes, Naresh.
So now coming to this insurance company. Suppose you take an insurance company, LIC. So before going to this LIC policy or LIC insurance company, so I just took one grocery shop in our near to our area. Okay, one grocery shop. Okay, so this grocery shop, the owner what will do? So one customer came to this shop and he will ask you for one item. Okay, so this shop owner tells to the customer, sorry, we don't have this item for today. Okay, later what he do? The customer went from the that shop, and this grocery owner what he do? He will note this item in a book. You might have seen in the some cases, right? He will note this item in a book, and later end of the day he will purchase you purchase from two products you purchase for the same item. Okay. Next day again, the two customer visited for the same item. So he sold those person, though he sold those items. And after two customers, one more customer also came for the same item. Again, shop owner, what he do? He will also note down the same item. I have to buy this from the online, wholesale shop or something. Okay. So like that, he is also do some notes in the notebook, and later he purchased 10 products. Okay, and next day he will get 15 customers, something like that. So he will see the demand of that item by by making the notes of this particular item and how it is required in a notebook. Okay, this is the thing of that generally a grocery shop in a small business organization it is happens. Previously you might have observed like they used to maintain some ledgers. Okay, they used to maintain some ledgers in the notes, right? How they are paying, how the items are they are asking. Okay, what is the purchase cost? What is the sales cost? Those the ledgers are maintained. Okay, even today's also you might have seen in a petrol bunk, right? When you pay through the phone pay or where in a like in a tiffin centers, right? So when you pay the phone pay, they used to note 1, 2, 3, and what is the amount they paid, and what is the time or something like that they used to note. So these all things is something like that. They want to analyze their business. Okay, and they want to improve the business and what is the future estimations and what I have to make a decision for the improvement of this particular business. This all things will be this all things will be maintained in a book or something is something to analyze the business. Okay, same thing in case of this LIC or the big organizations, whatever like other like banks. If you take a banks, SBI Bank, okay, or Axis Bank, ICICI Bank, other insurance companies. Okay, we have a lot of insurance companies in the bank as well. ICICI Prudential Insurance or something like that. Okay, so these insurance companies want to analyze their data, so they can't maintain this into the ledgers and all the notebooks, right? So further, they will build a database DWH. Okay, they will build a data warehouse. That is how it is happening. See, once data is loaded from application, they will enter the policy numbers and account numbers, right? Here, the data will be going to be entered into the relational database. From here, what they do, right? So they will load this data into the some staging area. This is also known as a database. Okay, they directly from here to here, they just do the copy paste. Whatever the data entered from here to here, this is going to be like a suppose if we have 1,000 customers here, sorry, 1,000 customers here. These 1,000 customers are going to be placed here. They used to copy the entire data here. This is called as a staging area generally in a ETL process. Okay, staging area. From this staging area, what we do the data warehouse. We do some transformations. Okay, we do some transformation, whatever. So we are not going to take entire records and enter data here from the staging to data warehouse. So this is called as data warehouse. DWH. Okay. Also, we call it as OLAP, Online Analytical Processing. That means this data is mainly used for the analysis purpose, and that is why we call as analytical processing. Okay. So here the transformations I said, right? Transformations, right? What is mean by transformation? Suppose imagine like in a application level, we have a first name, okay, first name and last name. But I don't require to analyze something like that. So whether we need a first name or last name, only I should name, right? I should have no, some name, right? So what I do, I concatenate this value to name, and that name will be stored in the this data warehouse. This is called as transformation. Not only this, so there is a lot of transformation logics, business logics involved in while loading from data from staging to data warehouse. Okay, this from this data warehouse. So suppose like this data warehouse is also a database. Actually, some cases this is most of the cases this is the database only. This is also a database, and some cases it has a files. Okay, so they will have some files in the CSV files, XML files. Okay, so database, the data loaded into the database, if the user, I'm a user of the bank, okay, end of the month, I want to know my transaction of entire month. So you might have received some statements, right? Bank statements. So how it is will be, it is like some user friendly. Okay, there is a bank logo and credit, debit. The certain columns are arranged in a manner like where you can understand easily. But whatever data we loaded from the relational to staging to data warehouse, it is not like a like it is stored in a database, and we have to write a query, SQL queries to print the data, see the data, right? So user is not available on the structure query language, whatever SQL we are saying, right? So that what will happen from once data is loaded into the data warehouse, right? So we will use some BI reporting tools, business intelligence tools. They use this data from here to they use some data from here and here to here. They use to generate the reports. It is called reports or statements, whatever you know. Okay, or messages. Okay, these are the reports used by the BI reporting tool. Okay, this is called as a business BI, business intelligence tools. Okay, so this is the entire process to analyze some data. And what is the process of ETL? See, here from here to here, right? So whatever data we loaded from here to here, it is known as a ETL process, extract, transform, load. This is called as ETL process. Okay, extract, transform, load. And also from here to here, right, we know as a BI reporting process, business intelligence reporting. Okay, from here it is called as a business intelligence reporting. Okay, finally, the customer need only the reports, okay, which is user friendly, which is you can understand easily. Okay, and this is the concept of ETL, and the client or organization wants to analyze their business. In this is not only the customer, even a user wants to analyze some business reports will be there. Okay, even some business reports will be also there. Okay, in that case, we use the BI tools. Okay, got it? Any doubts here? I just saw the Sunil. Yeah, Sunil. So you just know say Jan, right? So I just want to repeat it again. Okay. So this is something like that where we use some applications. Okay, generally in a insurance company or banking application, we use some application. Once data is entered in the application, that is going to be loaded into the database. Okay. So this is generally for the transactional purpose. Regularly, what you do like withdrawal in credit, debit, or whatever like policy creation, or premium paid, or premium collapse. So whatever the transaction will be happen, that will be loaded into the database. Okay. From here, the ETL process will be stored. Okay. So for whatever the data is loaded into the relational database, that is going to be loaded into the staging area. We will have some staging areas just to copy. whatever data is available in the relational database to the staging area. Okay, it is like just a one-to-one copying data. Okay, because like we are not going to test the original data, so that is why we will have a staging area most of the times. Okay, and from staging area we do some transformation to load the data warehouse. Since this data warehouse is going to be the main use of this data warehouse is to analyze the data, whether we what we need to do for this data, like how we used to get an estimation of the future in margin, right? Every company will give the profit loss ratios or all those things, right? So this is what he they happens by using these reports on this entire data. Okay, from here to data will be loaded into data warehouse. So this data will be loaded into the databases. Okay, so user cannot write a SQL queries to see the data, right? For that, what will they do? They use some BI tools, business intelligence tools. Okay, from these tools they use to generate the reports. These reports can be anything. Like you can see, like if you see like in a bank statement, or you might have get some LIC bond. Once you've done that, you will get some receipt, right? Paid receipt of the premium. Okay, these all are statements that is through the BI reporting. Okay, got it. So this is the entire thing of the ETL. So in our course, like so we are going to see, if you separate out this process, right? This is whatever happened. This is still now it is a manual testing. If you are working on the application side, okay, even if you're working through the application to database, right, you might have to use the DB testing. You might have to get the understanding of the DB testing here in also. That you can work with the DB tester also. You can work as a DB tester. Okay, your role can be DB tester also. So this is how the process is going to be. Here, DB testing, ETL testing we can do, and also we are adding in a course, right? It's a BA reporting tester also. Okay, by this course, you will play three roles as a DB tester, ETL tester, and BA reporting tester. Also, in some cases, if required, you can also work with a manual tester if required. Okay, so you will play role of the all-rounder role as a tester. Okay, so this is what it's going to be as a happen by this course. Okay, fine. So coming to the, if you see, like we just see that what is the classes and how the topics we are going to divide and how we are going to look into the these classes, right? So thing is that, see, if you see, these are all databases, relational database. This is also database. Staging area is also database, and DB also database. Okay, so these are all databases, right? So for that, we are going to learn SQL in this class, in this tutorial. Okay, we are going to learn SQL, and then after that, see, the main purpose of ETL is to develop a data warehouse, right? Develop a data warehouse. So we should know the few concepts of the data warehouse. So that is also we are going to learn about the data warehouse. Okay. So in whatever the important things, like we uh, as an ETL tester, right? What we need to know, like how to validate the data. Okay. Those all things we learn in the data warehouse. Okay. And coming to the loading the data from, this is also, this relational database is also known as a source. Okay, this is a source, and this is staging area, and this is the target. Okay, so source, target, whatever the, we are loading data from staging, source to staging, and staging to target, right? For this we need to learn one ETL tool that is called as Informatica Power Center. Okay, Informatica Power Center. So in our classes, we are going to see the Informatica Power Center tool. Here we will see some development part also. So this is the unique feature like in any other tuition, other find, right? In any other classes, if you go with listen, right? So we are going to see the development also, if you differentiate with the other classes. Okay, so also like we are going to see like how we used to load the data, and also we see as a tester what is our role in the Informatica person. Okay, how you identify the loading the jobs and all those things. Okay, That is one thing. So this is almost done. ETL part is done. Next, as a BA tester, right? As a BA tester, BA reporting tool we need to learn. Okay. For that, we are going to learn a IBM Cognos tool. Okay, IBM Cognos tool. This is a reporting tool. Okay, so this is also a mandatory tool. Okay, once you provide you as a ETL tester in your resume, right? It should be mandatory you should be as a BA tester. Okay, nowadays all are looking for the BA tester and as well as the ETL tester. Okay, a candidate should perform the both the testing. Okay, that is what so we are focusing on the BA reporting tool as well. That is called IBM Cognos. Okay, here also we are seeing some development part. We develop some reports and also like how it is going to be connect to the database and how the reports will be generated and how we can modify and how it is going to be user friendly the report should be. So those are all things we are going to learn. Okay, and finally, like some of the students, like for the some of the students, they don't know the manual concepts and testing and all those things, right? So we have included manual testing concepts. Manual testing concepts. Okay. Then after that, so even though like the manual testing, you know how to write a test cases and test scenarios, right? But in the specific to the user ETL testing, right? So you don't know how to write the test cases for this process, right? So we are going to write the test cases, test scenarios, and we'll show you in a particular scenario. Okay. Most of the cases in ETL process, whatever the test cases and test scenarios we are going to write, those are only you are going to use in an industry level. Okay. I'm going to write a test scenarios and based on the test scenarios, we are going to write a test cases. Okay. And even it is into the ETL process also. Okay, you will see in practically we are going to write a test cases and test scenario, and I will show you how we are going to write. Fine. And apart from this, we are going to see. So this is fine, like the manual testing, SQL, and all those things. But in a interview wise, right? They will ask you about the projects, right? Projects are main important. So we are going to discuss the two projects architectures. Okay, how the data will be loaded and all those things. Those are like one is banking client, one is banking project, and other one is insurance. Okay, so you can put the two domains there in your resume. Okay, banking and insurance. Two price we are going to discuss. Okay, if you go and look into our entire course structure, these will be included. Okay, so and also I've been Cognos manual testing. Okay, yeah, two projects we have included. And some part like see after the complete of the course, right? We will arrange a demo sessions, demo interviews. Okay, once you're ready with the interviews, right? Once you're ready with the all the course reading, writing, as all those things, right? You are ready for the interviews, right? We will conduct one interview, demo interview, and we will take one interview and we will provide our feedback, like how we are performing the interviews. That is also we are going to do. Okay. And coming to the opportunities of this ETL tester, so we have a huge opportunities. Okay. So see, business is never going to be end. Okay. The process of business and implementation of the business and the loss, whether it is loss, whether it is profit, in profit, the business is not going to be end. The analyzing of the analysis of the business will not going to end. So ETL will not going to be end, and you will get a lot of opportunity in ETL testing. Okay, and BA reporting testing also. Okay, fine. And also we'll see the course content of our entered tutorial. Okay, so I will open the our manual. Mm, if you see. ETL testing content, if you see ours. So as I said, like data warehouse concepts, we go with the each and every topic which is required as a ETL tester. We are going to see, even it is not required for the tester, even if you go with the developer, also you can go with this. So same concept they will learn. So our training is up to the development mark. So because thing is that, so if you know the development, the testing will be very easy, right? That is how we design our course. Okay, that is how it makes you very flexible to work in a ETL test. Okay, so data warehouse, then SQL part. Okay, once it is a SQL part, like we will see all the basic concepts to the functions and joins and subqueries and set operators and also analytical functions and also joins some cases. Okay, so those are also we are going to see with the examples. Okay, with the examples we are, with the practice also we will see in our class. Okay, and coming to the uh, this manual box testing, unit testing, block box testing, system testing, integration testing, these are all going to be see. And methods, so we are going to see and waterfall method and agile method. Nowadays, everyone following the agile process only. So somehow like some cases we will have the interview questions on the waterfall model also. So that's why we included the waterfall model. Okay. And testing tools, we see that HPALM, Azure DevOps. Okay. And ETL testing concepts, as I said, like how to prepare a test plan, test strategy, and test cases, and all those things we are going to discuss. Okay. And BI report testing, as I said, like we are working with the Cognos tool. We see the development of reports and how once a report is developed, right? So how we are going to analyze the data in the report and also what is the presentation layers in the reporting side and how we used to use generate the report, how to create a report, how to develop a report, first thing we say, and then we will see how to test that report. Okay, so that you will have a clear picture on the BA reporting part. Okay, as I said, like we are also going to learn about the Informatica. Okay, Informatica Power Center, and there you'll see the various transformation. We used to develop. We are going to develop a mappings. How whether if the source is a file. In some cases, right, in this diagram from the application to it is not only the source is as a database. Some cases we will have a files here. Okay, if the source is a file, right? So how we used to load the data from files to target, and how we used to validate the data if it is a file in database. Okay, and also, sorry. So this is Informatica. We'll see whether files to data load and if it is a job failure, right? So how we have to look into the job failures. Okay, and how we have to inform to the developer this is the developer issue or mine issue or something else. Okay, that is also part. And Unix, that is like, sorry, yeah,
On small notes.
okay.
So, informatica portion and ETL testing is same.
See, ETL testing is the complete process. Okay, for the ETL is for the ETL we need some tools, right? We have around like 150 tools in ETL. We have around like in a market around like not more than that also more than that also we will have a tools. Okay, but in 150 tools, Informatica Power Center is one tool. Okay, Informatica Power Center is one tool, and in the 90% of organizations are using Informatica Power Center. Okay, we have ab initio, we have data stage, talent. So remaining 10% they are using these ETL tools, but that is also fine. As a ETL tester, no need to bother about the ETL tool. We are just focusing on the testing. Okay, so ETL development process is to take care of the ETL developer. Okay, but we have to some cases, some projects we don't have access to the these tools also. But in our classes, right, we are focusing on the tools because if you know the development, right, the testing will be very easy and serving the projects and whatever the work, right, it is also going to be very easy. That's why we are focusing on Informatica Power Center. Okay, but ETL is completely is the process, and for the ETL process we are using the Informatica. It is both are different. Got it? Okay. Fine. So coming to the Unix, right? So I just forgot, like in Unix, right? In these files, I just said like source will be files in some cases, right? These files are placed in the Unix environment in some cases in projects. Okay, in that case, you have to deal with that files. You have to open that file. You have to see the data in the file, and you have to modify the data in the file. These are some Unix basics. Okay, and also some cases we have to execute the Informatica jobs. There is a rare projects, okay, they where you do not have access to the Informatica Power Center, but you have to execute the jobs that through the Unix environment. So that we have to write some scripts, that I will let you know how to write a script. That is also we are going to learn. Okay, so this will add you in your profile, right? This Unix experience, right? It will add your profile to the uniqueness. Okay, so that is how like your profile will be shortlisted. Okay, and as a projects, we are going to see real project or teacher, how it is going to be, and what are the questions will be in the projects level. So these are how concepts are going to be. Okay, and how we are going to learn the things in a ETL testing and BI report testing, and also like as you know the SQL and application side, and also database, right? So you can also perform a DB tester role and also manual tester role. Okay. So any questions here? Any questions? Let me know. Even like you have a, like any like your future, like how we are going to do the job search and all those things. If you have any questions, you can ask me.
So how many experience in this ETL testing also?
Sorry, your voice is a bit low. Can you repeat again? Question.
So how many experience in this ETL testing also? Yes,
See, weekly two at least. You get a calls.
experience, how much experience?
How much experience? Nowadays people are looking for about like 3 years, more than 3 years experience they are looking for.
Yes.
Yeah. More than 3 years will be added advantage. And if you have a 3 years, that is also fine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do you have any experience, past experience?
Or 21, sir. This
Sorry?
21, sir. 21.
Okay, you have experience in IT.
No, sir.
Okay, fine. No worries. If you have like any education gap in between, right? So you can have that experience. Any other questions? Deepti, Pratish, any question you can ask.
No, no, not it.
Okay, fine. So Deepti, do you have any questions? So like of opportunities wise, no, but don't worry. So there is a lot of opportunities in a like market, right? Yeah, Deepti.
Sorry, actually, as of now, I have no doubt.
Okay.
Please tell me about this in this in
Okay. So if you are comfortable, we can speak in communicate with these languages, no problem. Even if you want to explain this class in the Telugu, because they will guide you how can.
Okay.
Okay, not a problem. Timing we can adjust. Okay,
Sure. Thank you.
okay, Pratish. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Have a nice day, guys. Bye
Bye.
then.